What is up, my people? We're gonna be hopping on Psychic Partners, playing a regular live today. Time crunch. I will not have the time to build. And what I'll actually do is I'm gonna merge the team building video and the team builder live into one, because from a time perspective, there's a very select few that watch and enjoy the team building, so I don't want to remove that and just go straight to the live. But also, I'm gonna stop giving it its own video. Because it's a smaller audience, I'm going to just put a timestamp for those who want to just watch the live without the team building, and for those who actually want the team building, it'll be there. So this will be a very long video. It'll save me time from rendering and creating two thumbnails and having to upload it a couple hours before the live and all that stuff. So yeah, that's moving forward. Now that said, let's hop into this pretty I'd say kind of standard team. I mean, got a Gambit, Sandy Shocks. I guess it's I mean, would Gren be considered standard? I don't even know Gren's usage. It's been a month. It's been over a month because Gren came out, right? So I guess what they decided, I guess that is what they decided to do, since there've been new mons being what? I cannot find a battle. People are not fucking with Walking Wake, or is there what's going on? Okay, so we finally found an opponent. But yeah, I was thinking, yeah, it's been a month, so what they've been doing is releasing a new mon, or another Pokemon that's not playable now into the game, because Gren isn't new, obviously. Charizard wasn't new, and Cinderace, and obviously with the Walking Wake and Virizion and Zoroark. So maybe Zoroark was the release, so the end of March, I assume. They may do the route of just, okay, we'll keep releasing new Paradox Pokemon, or we'll just keep releasing ensuing month. But it's going to be really relevant soon with Home coming into play. Anyway, let's talk about the actual game. We may aim to put him in the dirt with my boy, this guy here. He's very put in the dirtable. Yeah, it's fairly put in the dirtable. So what to do? I'm slower than Rotom and such. A lot of Spadef. Bulk up Tusk can do some work here. Very good mon, very handsome. Gren is good. Gren's Dark Pulse is nasty. It's foul. Dragonite is foul as well. Not as foul as I'd like it to be, but pretty foul. I don't have any countermeasures to guard, so I'll have to be very mindful. Who do I want to set? Who should we set this game up for, y'all? A little rusty. It's been a few days. Let's set it up for not Gambit. Gambit maybe. I'm gonna set it up for Cerulege. Cerulege makes the most sense. As he hydros, doesn't bring me down far enough. This is his only good water resist. So my Terra Water Gren too, has everything on his team. I just don't want to and then my Dragonite goes crazy. I guess Dragonite can go crazy. I've seen that rise in the popularity of Wispult, hence my hesitance. Rotom he goes hard Pult, which is gonna be good for Dragonite. So this, obviously he's in a U-turn here. Gambit has no leftovers. Tusk is critical for his own Gambit. No good U-turn switching. It could Shadow Ball, I suppose. It's okay to go Gambit. I'm not winning with Gambit. He actually darts, which I disagree with completely. No reason to dart there. There's only reason you dart there is if you're not banded. So I see the leftovers for me. This is sub DD, which is phenomenal news for my Dragonite. That's phenomenal news for my Great Tusk. So really, at this point, all I need. I guess I need to force a Terra, but So we're gonna pivot. Obviously, the Great Tusk comes in here. It's a fairly low risk play, truth be told, but the Rotom seems to be max with def. You may fear I'm Surf, Storm Zone. We don't use pussy moves out here, bro. If we're gonna be specs, we gotta have that pump, baby. Like, we're not gonna put like pump and then have water shuriken. Fuck the water shuriken. I want to use Surf. I didn't know I didn't have. It's not great for me. It's just not great. Tusk. See what I did there? Rotom coming in would be very bad. I'm gonna Surf. He goes Gambit, expecting the mid ground. The reason I went for the Surf there is that the worst case scenario, Rotom coming in, you know, because the Rotom has to come in and then he has to Hydro Pump hard because he doesn't want Shocks coming in for free. Shocks is pretty devastating. Again, my Greninja is pretty devastating for his team as well. Speed tier wise, he's gonna pump this first turn or Will-O-Wisp. Gotta be slightly more aggressive than I'd like to be. Should Will-O-Wisp here, but if he gets me, he gets me. Okay, protects. That's best case. Oh, I did not expect him to go for protect there. That's phenomenal. I did not expect to get Tusk could come in, but I wouldn't mind that too much, even if he gets the Rapid Spin for the damage sake. Getting rocks there was a big deal. Oh, nice. He's gonna Hydro Pump here. He's lucky you hit. You're a very lucky guy. Surf did 24%. He's max. So Rotom being this low, big deal. Dark Pulse. I just don't want to give his I gotta go Greninja, which is annoys me. I guess I could just Terra Water. Do I want to Terra this? Do I need to Terra anything else? No, I don't need the Terra. Yeah, I do, because the thing. So with Dark Pulse here, I know he's gonna go for Protect, which is annoying. Because that rocks I worked so hard for, I just got fucking invalidated. But if his Tusk comes in, that's going to open up my Gambit. So I end up giving up the Rotom to get the free switch in the Tusk, which is wise. Now the thing about it is that you may opt to not even try to set up with the Tusk. I mean, try to go to the Tusk. Because I guess there's a shot that he's just not confident that I'm choice specs. Yeah, he goes Polt instead. As I said, we've confirmed his sets. So now it's just a matter of my Cerulege choosing to bulk up. I actually kind of like, I've been thinking about Terra Grassing this bad boy. I don't know. But I need him to Terra Pronto as well. This is probably Terra Ghost, which I think is whack. I still think that's whack. Subs for God knows what reason. Horrible. Oh, he's Will-O-Wisp sub D darts? Okay, that's... Well, that simplifies things a little bit because now these darts Will-O-Wisp. Very interesting. So what Hex? So here comes the Tusk. He's trying to condition me until I go Tusk. But since he revealed that, because he's Tusking now, which is not the end of the world. I've decided that I'm willing to allow his Tusk. Now it's very tempting to go hard Grin here, but spin versus, because if he just EQs straight up, it puts me in a bind. And Great Tusk offensively is just amazing. Yeah, he does EQ straight up. So what we're gonna do is spin to get the speed. I am not faster than Polt yet. Gonna knock to invalidate his. I wanna Earthquake first. He has a slight edge. I'm faster than him though, but he has more defense than me. See if he's bulk up. He's not showing it. He could get swept here if he's not careful. See how much. If he goes hard Volt, that's actually the worst thing you could have possibly done. Oh, okay. See why you did the thing you did. Giga Drain. Well, that's not that bad for me because he's committed his Terra. So my Dragonite is a huge issue right now, and my Cerulege is a huge issue. I mean, Cerulege is kind of an issue, but what I'm annoyed by is Garg. But I mean, I suppose it's a Salt Cure spam sort of situation. But so I Terra Water Grin. I want to Terra Water. Or do I want to keep Drag? Since he's that kind of Pult, it does make things a bit more tricky. If I Terra Water, I can't Terra Bug. Do I need a Terra Bug? I do need a Terra Bug. So yeah, let's go to the Bitter Blader. Especially since I've knocked off his Great Test item. If I'm SD, he could get swept here. He's very aware of that, so he goes to Garganacl. There's no point in me Terran versus Garg. Unless this is Curse. It could be Curse. It could be Curse. It could be Curse for sure. If it's Curse, I don't think he's Curse. It's all Cures. Yeah, it is Curse. Wow. Okay, so we Bitter Blade spam for a little bit. He's probably there's no point in Bitter Blading this turn. He bulk up again. How much is Bitter Blade doing? Forgot that's my only form of recovery. Earthquake. Earthquake's doing damage. Guess I got a Terra Bug. I need to make sure that I'm like healthy enough to take for 18%. If he gets the curse off, so be it. Figured he wouldn't do it though. Cause I need to be mindful. Yeah, this was a complete waste of fucking upper. Like, this was like the worst decision ever. This shit is mad mid, bro. Like, it's mad mid. 34%. This best play is to still Salt Cure. Yeah, figured as much, which is why I Bitter Bladed. He goes Volk and opts for Gambit. It's gonna make things very tricky. Gren wins with the Water Shuriken low key, the lowest of keys, which is such a fucking like awkward situation. Like that's like the one time in life that will ever be the case. My D-Knight, I need to KO his Dragapult. Thing is that it can darts me, which is a problem. So I'll always just Bitter Blade here, cause he's Sucker Punch spams. No, I'm actually gonna hard switch the Granier. He has to Sucker Punch, so let's take advantage of it and get the KO. Problem is, cause I want to save the Shadow Sneak on Cerulege. It's still useful for the Pult in the late game potentially, and my own Gambit is still useful. Because every time Grin comes in, he loses a Mon. She's not trying to do. She's not trying to lose Mons right now. But I'm not pleased with the Wisp on the Pult threw me. When I saw darts, I was pretty confident it was sub, which it is. But I thought sub Dragon Dance, so I was playing the game like it was. I'm glad he revealed it, because I definitely would have set up with my Tusk and gotten burnt. I played Tusk. He went hard. Fuck. This dude is mad lucky. Well, this is good though, because I get to Terra Water. No, I'm talking about Terra Water. I get to Water Shuriken now, and his force is in Great Tusk, which is the thing I don't want in. So now that if this dies, then because I can't set up hazards anymore. If this dies, then so it pivots to Tusk hard. Very interesting. Well, the reason this is interesting is this could potentially be set up fodder. Depending on what his Tusk is. If his bulk up, it's not the end of the world. Dragonite here. Do I give my multi-scale up? He always EQs here. I could sack this go. Yeah, I can win with Grin if worst case comes to worst case. He shouldn't be able to touch my Dragonite because I know he's gonna go for that. Honestly, the low-key best case is if I go to Gambit and he knocks. But I'll Dragon Dance, he goes hard pull, which is wise. I want to say he can't KO me. That's smart to go pull. I didn't think he was smart enough to go pull there. I mean Wisp though, which is a horrible play. If you're gonna go pull, you don't Wisp. You darts. I want to say darts doesn't kill me, but I don't know his set. So he goes Gambit, which is great considering it opens up my opportunity. We're gonna go hard D9 here. Excellent. Death. Oh, he didn't die. I shouldn't die, but him not dying. Whoa, he's how did he take 53 from that? So we don't want him to get, he's not sucker punching here, but we don't want him to get too much health back because now water shuriken bodies. So our play is always to just earthquake. It's too big of a risk for him to sucker and I roost. Kowtow definitely 2 KOs me. And Ceruledge is trash. Now I no longer need it. So because this is the one situation where water shuriken is good. Because this should ensure a guarantee knockout. And I'm actually, Torrent would have been lit, funnily enough. So Great Tusk, I wonder how many, because Tusk definitely can kill me from here. Let's see, just putting the calc. That fucking Gambit has defense. There's no way it took 50% from Adamant Earthquake with just max HP. Like, people are getting ridiculous with their Tusks, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Is this what I'm on? Timid Choice Specs Torrent. I guess there's a set. No, Stormzone obviously nicknames his shits. So he sacks this. Water Shuriken is priority, right? Yeah. Okay. He went Pult, which is a misplay. Oh, that did nothing. If I didn't get 3 hits there, I was in trouble. He's choking here. He should never go Gambit first. He should always go Tusk and Prey. Should have went gone Tusk and Prey. Now I just go. Actually, I can't go. He could have won. I mean, it's unlikely. GG. I decayed so much. Water Shuriken there is not something you could have predicted for. So he was playing in a way where it was like, who the fuck runs Water Shuriken? And I shouldn't even have it. But I played the game in a way where I'm allowing him to do what he's doing because I know I have Water Shuriken. So if I didn't have Water Shuriken, the game would have been played differently and he wouldn't have a lot of the openings that he had. But because I had Water Shuriken, I was like, well, worst comes to worst. So Great Tusk, OU, physically defensive. My Water Shurikens, like, I'd need a ton to KO his Great Tusk. And like no, I should be able to go to, unless he's running a lot of speed, he'd need to, like, I'd go Ceruledge, have its mid-ass get killed by Rapid Spin, and then I'd, if it didn't die, I guess I could get some Shadow Sneak damage because he'd Rapid Spin twice. There are a couple things I could do. Depending on what, like, if Rapid Spin doesn't kill, we get the Shadow Sneak. If it does, I go back to Grin. Now that's a risk. If he is running a lot of speed, he needs to be running like a ton of speed to outspeed my Grin after Rapid Spin. But that was an intense game, an intense first game. It was not an easy matchup, particularly when he Terra Grassed and bodied my Tusk, right? And I committed Terra to Ceruledge just to have it do mid things. So, bringing some Psychic Terrain range, which is very cool stuff. I'm going to attempt to sweep the opponent with my Dragonite and my Greninja. We don't have Water Shuriken any longer, so we are susceptible. So Rocks plus Dark Pulse KOs every member on this team, or 2 KOs everything on this team. Tusk's core purpose is to get Terra Water to help check the Barraskewda if need to be, but it's just chilling, really. Ceruledge is pretty arse. It could sweep, but it's pretty arse for the most part. But it could sweep. I could see it doing some work. I do think Terra Grass might be worth the consideration. My Gambit is vile. And this guy is vile. So the question is, who's going to bed? I think Scarlet is going to bed, truth be told to you. He should Mungus here every time. But he Pelipers. Okay, that's phenomenal. Especially for the iron Jugulus. If he stays in the U-turn, kudos. Problem with that is you don't know my Scarlet set. So you want to scout with a Mungus turn 1 and you don't know. Well, I guess he may recognize my name because I think shout outs to, I'm pretty sure this is Yuji from the Academy. Which is a very competent player. It's my guy right there. Dude's been killing the game, applying the principles from the videos. Really, really, really pleasant guy. I like him a lot. So I said Gambit, he has no good switching to Gambit. Just talked about Scarlet just going to bed. The question is, what is this countermeasure to me going to Greninja right now? Could stand in Giga. The reason I'm saying that is the Gambit is super obvious. I would tear it and kill his Barraskewda, truth be told to you. I'm going to do that. I think after rocks. Do I want to keep my Terra normal? Nah, I think Gambit's better. I could see him going to the electric thing as well. Gambit is my lowest risk play because if he has something like Toxic or Stun Spore, something strange, I don't want to double the Grin. And he goes to Barraskewda because then I'm disadvantaged. So this is the best mid-ground play that covers for all things. If I go D-Knight and he just goes for something odd, then I'm in an awful position. If he goes to Threads, saying, hey, well, I'm going to spin your hazards away, you know, Threads has to think twice when staring down Gambina, especially if I Terra Dark it. So Threads is what he opts for. As I said, now there are a couple of things we could do here. I could Tusk. The problem with Tusk is that I just rapid spin and he goes to his Pelipper. Whereas Gambit punishes very big, right? Gambit punishes heavily. It's a eject button. Interesting. Terra Darked, which matters a lot. That means that I KO the Barraskewda and I'm Black Glasses. So it means now the rocks matter a lot because of the Jugulus. But my Focus Sash is going to come a long way, and none of his members are enjoy an extreme speed. So Jugulus comes in. This is probably Specs Kane. So I'm expecting the Terra flying then, because there's no way you're killing me otherwise. Who's gonna bite the dust? This is funny because the guy that bites the dust is this guy right here, but he somebody else have to go to sleep after this. I'll give D-Knight up if it's foul play. D-Knight is okay. It's not amazing, but I also need the sleep fodder. If I give D-Knight up, then if I give D-Knight up, then so who will be a new Spore fodder then? That's the question. No, let's just give. I have to give this up. The Terrifying, yeah, because I was like, that doesn't make sense unless you're gonna Terrifying. Him Terrifying is great for my Gambit, so that gives me a +1 sucker. What to do here? He no longer has a Dark Resist, so I could technically go in. I could. There are a couple ways we can skin this cat. I could go Grin and Dark Pulse, which would ensure a KO, I think. The problem is, what I'm afraid of is that Amoonguss takes 2 pulses, and then I put something to sleep, So I'd rather Shocks. I'm gonna Rocks, not because I'm predicting anything, but for the long term, it's gonna be very difficult for that Threads to spin again. And I need some damage on this. It's a big risk to commit your Terramon especially when you don't know my set, right? So Amoonguss just makes the most sense, especially because you're like, oh, he's giving me another sleep option, which is true, right? I am giving you another sleep option. So you want to take that. Tusk is what I'm going to allow him to put to sleep here. As now, this is what I mean, where I was like, now he's in an awkward spot because it's going to be very difficult to... So now he knows I'm going back to Gambit, but I lost my Steel type, which is a big deal. So he may just go for Sludge Bomb / Giga Drain. I can't. Gambit is too important to risk. So I'll D-Knight as a mid-ground. Giga Drains, yeah. I'll D-Knight as a mid-ground. I don't know if Foul Play. I don't know what these run. Foul Play, maybe Toxic. I can't have him Toxicing me for sure. So I'll do his EQ first. See how much that does. Okay, that's good. So Toxic is what he has. He doesn't have Foul Play, which means I can Dragon Dance here. As he likely Pelipper's. That's Sludge Bomb. Yeah, let's just play it. Let's just play it cool. So Pelipper comes in. The reason I Dragon Dance there, one, Pelipper gonna get washed if he's not careful. One would assume need extreme speed on the Roost here. Pelipper is gonna get washed if he's not careful. I want to condition him because he's gonna shoot Roost. Yeah. I want to say he's gonna Roost spam, but if he U-turns here, I'm in a bind. So for Gambit later on, yeah, he's Roost spamming. Excellent. That's what I want to condition him into Roost spamming. He's gonna U-turn now. Okay, he does Roost spam. Excellent. This is what I wanted. I wanted this particular positioning. Yep. No more spinning. And now he has to go back to Amoonguss, and I've confirmed it set him and have done the necessary damage. And so now the Amoonguss is somewhat forced. Okay, Alster Barrascuda. Okay, that makes sense as well. Okay, well, I'll just force the... So now if I get a Swords Dance off, this game is over. This question is, what am I going to Swords Dance upon? I'd have to Swords Dance on a choice locked. So we'll give up Dragonite here. Liquidations. Go to Shoxer. We're going to Earth Power. Because he's going to leave it in, yeah, and it should knock it out. He goes to get Jugulis in, which opens up my Greninja. Actually goes to Amoonguss. So this is going to be interesting because if the Amoonguss doesn't get the hacks, it's done for. And you'll see what I mean. So we're going to go for the Earth, but that's a big crit. I could go to... Cause what I'm thinking here is if I go to... Gambit. If I go to Granite, Dark Pulse, he sacks the Shuriken and then brings back in the... so what I'm going to do is go Gambit first. The reason is that Gambit is way too scary and he needs to Toxic me. So he's going to leave it in. Excellent. Like he needs to if I Swords Dance there and he doesn't Toxic, the game is over. So it puts him in an awkward spot. Yeah. And so now... I mean, he's gonna try to Surf Crit me or Hurricane Confusion me. I mean, I have my Grin, so I can probably it's better to just kowtow twice. Truth be told, I just don't think I one-shot Shuriken. Which gonna show I'll switch out and come back. Yeah, Surf tries to hit the Surf Axe. Okay, and I've confirmed I'm faster, so that's game. As I said, Gambit 8. Gambit 8. And then it's obviously Choice Scarf. It's Choice Specs, Iron Jugulis, so there was nothing to think about there. But even if it wasn't, if Greninja would have just knocked it out with Surf, right? So, especially in its own reign. Unless he had like Substitute and he was bluffing and stuff, but even then he'd have to play out. I'll play a lot of Sucker Punches and such because the moment I break his sub, Grin just comes in, and even without the rain I probably could knock him out with Hydro Pump. So 2 solid games. That's where we're gonna end it today. I know you were enjoying yourself, but got to get this video out in a reasonable amount of time because I'm recording this pretty late, almost 5 o'clock. So hit the like button down below if you enjoyed quote unquote highlighter content just now. As I said, this account decayed quite a bit. I wonder what number 1 is right now. 2000 something. 2100. It's quite high. It's a high voltage user in the academy. He tried to link me his damn team that he got number 1, and it's pure. It's like hard stall. Hey Jam, maybe your viewers might like. Come on, bro. But yeah, shout out to him for achieving that. And yeah, so it's going to be quite some time before we get number 1. I'll build more serious teams as we get up into the 18s, 19s. Really now, because the little gimmick stuff that I was throwing around won't work for this part of the ladder. Not for a consistent run, at least. So I may use interesting Pokemon still, but they'll be around more serious builds. So it'll be more standard mons. You know, we can't roll it out to us. So thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you in the next. Peace.